Before we start, a quick disclaimer. This video discusses sensitive topics, including abuse, trafficking, and criminal activity. All information is drawn from verified public records, court documents, and credible reporting. Viewer discretion is advised. Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, two names that shook the world. But what was their relationship really? Today, we're taking a deep dive into their dynamic, unpacking why the whole romantic lover narrative may have been nothing more than a strategic front for a criminal empire. From love to power and loyalty to control, this story is far messier than tabloids ever showed. Maxwell moved to New York in the early 90s, shortly after her father's death. She and Epstein reportedly started dating. Staff referred to her as the main girlfriend and lady of the house. On the surface, it looked like a standard romance, but Epstein was already a man obsessed with control, secrecy, and appearances. By the late 90s, the romance had cooled. But Maxwell didn't leave. Instead, she became the manager of Epstein's empire, running his properties, hiring staff, and maintaining his social image. She was officially on payroll, eventually earning $250,000 a year. In Epstein's world, her value became functional, not romantic. Keeping Maxwell by his side wasn't just personal, it was strategic. A billionaire traveling alone looks suspicious. With a sophisticated high society woman at his side, he looked untouchable. Financially, Maxwell benefited too. After her father's scandal, Epstein provided luxury, power, and a life she might not have had otherwise. Maxwell wasn't just a household manager. Prosecutors called her a chief enabler. She recruited and groomed young girls, using her high society connections to feed Epstein's network. She wasn't a passive observer, she was a co-CEO of a criminal enterprise. At her 2021 trial, Maxwell's lawyers pushed the "just an employee" narrative. They claimed she was following orders, distancing her from any romantic role, and argued that any abuse was Epstein's doing alone. But reality told a different story. Victims testified she actively participated, gave instructions, and stayed involved for decades. She controlled staff, money, and operations. Interviews and past records showed she knew and wielded power, undermining the idea she was just a helpless assistant. The jury concluded she was a willing accomplice. So, were Epstein and Maxwell ever really a couple? Maybe once. But over time, it became a calculated partnership of power, control, and crime. Maxwell wasn't just a lover, she was the woman who ran the machine behind the man. Understanding that dynamic is key to seeing how they operated for decades under the radar. If you found this deep dive eye-opening, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more shady, in-depth breakdowns of the world's most notorious stories. Comment below. Do you think Maxwell ever had real affection for Epstein, or was it always business?